If you write tasks like this, your brain treats them like threats because short finances isn't a task, it's an entire movie on its own. Today I'm showing you Goblin Tools Magic ToDo. As I said, it says breaking things down so you don't. You pick one scary task, it turns it into steps you can actually start. So let's go into the help and see what it says. The Magic ToDo actually acts as a standard to-do list with some special sauce. Try the magic one button and let it automatically come up with steps you need to accomplish your task. And the spiciness level gives the tool a hint about how hard or stressful you find the task. The spicier, the more steps it will attempt to break it down into. It's an it's not an exact measure, more a hint to the system. So that is the spiciness level. You can increase it or you can reduce it to 1, but I'll go for maximum 4 here. So this is the Magic ToDo tool in the Goblin Tools stack. We have about 8 mini tools, but this is the main tool, the Magic ToDo. And yes, in the description of this video, I'll give you, as usual, a free Google Doc that has every prompt, every test I'll use in this video. You can quickly get that and then you can try all the examples on your own. So Magic ToDo basically is not a productive system. It's a start button. So it's giving you the first step to start the process when you are stuck and you don't know what to do. So when you are overwhelmed, you don't need motivation. You need the first step to be small enough that your brain stops fighting. Before we continue, if you have not subscribed to this channel, I'm giving you tips on AI and how it can help you if you are neurodivergent, ADHD, or burnout, or overwhelm, executive dysfunction, etc. etc. So this is my Goblin 2 Magic ToDo starter kits that I'll share in the description. You can use this. It has constraint lines and all the categories or all the examples I'll be using in this video. The first one, as I said, it's an admin reset. So I'll copy this, sort my live admin, which are bills, emails, appointment forms, because it is out of control. I'll copy this. I'll go into Magic ToDo. Okay, that is my cursor. So you know I've already done a few of them here. So this is a list that I did earlier. Clean the depression mess in the living room so I can walk around, and it gives me a long list. Yeah, we'll come to that as well. And you can also go for micro list. In any of the list, you can actually hit the magic wand and it will reduce. I'll give you a sub list from any of the steps it's giving you. So let's get started. Let's try out how to start the process. So I've pasted my statement here. I'll click on add, and there you go, we have it on the list. Yeah, and then I'll click on the breakdown item, and as it loads, it gives me a long list of things I can start doing. So the first step is to gather all outstanding bills and organize them by due date. Create a dedicated folder or digital file for the bills for easy access. Review each bill and input the payment details into your chosen calendar or payment system. So these are the first 3. Yeah, if I want a sub list from any of these, I can click on the magic one. There you go. So that is the drop down. It further provides a sub list from just this task here. Open your bills folder or communication platform to gather all outstanding bills. Identify each bill individually. Make sure to have the relevant documents or emails ready. I mean, some of these may not be relevant, but it will help you quickly make a first step. Yeah, so you see how many opportunities, how many options you have from just this list, and how quickly you can make decisions. The idea is not to make you more productive. No, you know how overwhelmed minds work, and your brain is a little bit messy now. We only want you to start the process. That's the first step to start with. Okay, so that is the first example. We'll go into another one. It says, I need to pay bills and I'm avoiding it. Break it down. Yeah. I'll go with another one which says, my bank app is locked. Help me fix it with steps. My bank app is lost. Help me fix it with steps. Okay, so I'll add this and then I'll click on the magic wand. So these are the steps. Open a secure device connected to the internet, navigate to the official bank website or locate the bank's official contact details. Attempt to access your bank account using alternative methods if available. Search as online banking through a different device. So these are the steps it's giving me from this task. So you see the idea here with admin work, and as I said, you can always change the spice in this level. Let's go back to our Google Doc. Category B, which is the next mode, is the inbox mode. It said my inbox is making me anxious. Give me steps I can do in 15 minutes. So this comes with a constraint, as I've mentioned here. We'll add a few of them with constraints. So I'll copy this, I'll add it in there, I'll paste it there. Boom. When you are done, just so you are not overwhelmed, you can delete some of them if you are not using them. But there you go. I'll click on the magic wand. My inbox is making me anxious. Give me steps I can do in 15 minutes. It says locate a comfortable seat and settle into it. That's very powerful. So first of all, let's sit down. Open your email application or website. Take a deep breath to center yourself. I mean, these are basic things, but with these steps, it gives you some clarity. It gives you a body double who is advising you, God at the God mode or whatever. It gives you some help that you probably wouldn't get if the task is looking so overwhelming and your mind is leaving the room. Yeah, so that is it. You can break each of these tasks into further subtasks. It will make it easier to make the first step achieving your goal. Let's go into the next one, which is finish the client proposal. I'm avoiding it. Okay, write the first draft of a landing page. Keep it basic. Okay, prepare for a client call tomorrow. 20 minutes. I'll copy this. So this is the task you want to start immediately. So you prepare a client call tomorrow, and you've got 20 minutes. So review the client's background and previous communication. Check the agenda or main topics to discuss during the call. Gather relevant documents, reports, and data needed for the discussion. Basically, this is giving you steps you probably wouldn't have thought of. You think this is a simple task, but you get overwhelmed and don't know where to start from. This is giving you very simple things to do immediately. The first step, the second step, the third step. Now we look at most of these can be a long list. We will come to how you can reduce this with constraints, and sometimes you have bad days and sometimes you need some inputs here and there to make it easier and quicker to implement these tasks. Let's move on to the next one, which is category D. Category D says for my task here, I added this specifically for my task because I've done this and it was very powerful. I'll paste it in there. It says make a YouTube tutorial video about Goblin Tools Magic ToDo with a free Google Doc kit. I actually did this one. Yeah, so I'll add it and click on the magic wand and let's see how it will come out. It's a research Google Tools Magic ToDo to understand its features and functions. Yes, that I did. Gather information on the free Google Doc kit available for the tutorial that I have done. There you go. There it is. Create an outline of the key points and steps to cover in the tutorials perfectly. Now, where I had an issue is the third one, outline steps to cover, because I didn't know how to put something like that together. Remember them offhand, while I'm not referring to notes and other things that would will shift the mind and the brain somewhere. I'll forget about the video and start going into a rabbit hole where I would neglect the video totally. And it gives me simple subtask that I could do there. Identify the main objectives of the tutorial and key features of, yeah, breaking it down into further details that I can quickly implement. So gather all necessary materials, including the free supporting resources, research and familiarize yourself with the latest version of boom. Now I have solid data, solid research to start the video. And there you go. Until I did it, I was procrastinating forever. There you go. So the last one will be here. It says book dentist appointment. You are putting it off, or something you are putting off for a very long time. I'll copy that, and that'll be our last one. I'll paste it in here. Click on the magic wand. Identify the preferred or nearest dental practice to visit. Search online or in a local directory for dental practices in the chosen area. Compare available dental practices based on reviews, location, and service offered. Powerful. So this is a task that you probably putting aside because you don't know where to search first, what to do next. And this is a personal to do that will give you a list of things you should do immediately and how to do that quickly. As I said, the last but not least is the bad day demo. So just like we did for the personal appointment for a dentist, I'll do one for a client proposal. I'll copy this here. I have 5 minutes break finish client proposal into 3 steps only. So this comes with constraints, and I have a number of constraints here you can use. 10 minutes, 3 steps max. 5 minutes, each step under 2 minutes. Have low energy, keep it simple. So these gives you simple constraints to add to your rules to make it easy to start implementing. Okay, on bad days where things are not going as you planned, sometimes when I'm low on energy, I don't want 20 steps. No. So here are my magic to do rules. Say 3 steps max, 3 minutes only, stop early on purpose. So I have these rules put together. I add it as a constraint, as in this template I've shown here. That is a constraint, one of the constraints there before how I want it to look. So that's the task I'm avoiding, the constraint, and the steps will follow right from there. I have an example here. We'll copy this and then we'll go into the magic to do mini 2. We paste it in there. I have 5 minutes. Break finish client proposal into 3 steps only. So let's see how that goes. So he's going to break this into just 3 steps. These are just the 3 steps here. It says read through the client proposal to fully understand the requirements, organize your ideas and key points for the proposal, write a conclusion and or summary to complete the proposal. It's giving me just the 3 steps, and that is all I need. As I said, rule 1, 3 steps max. Rule 2, 5 minutes maximum. Rule 3, stop early on purpose. These are critical. I'll probably add it to the Google starter kits in the description. Rules you non-negotiables. You can change yours to 5 steps. You can do just 2 or 3 or 10 minutes only, and whether you want to stop early on purpose or not, that's basically your on your own discretion. Now the next one is an input trick that I want to add to the constraints. So I have this one here. Is that finish the client proposal. The constraint will be 10 minutes, 3 steps max. Only each step must be under 5 minutes. Very similar to the bad day demo, but with this one I've given you a template here. It's giving you steps to follow: step 1, step 2, step 3, in addition to the constraints. So you're actually giving it more constraints, and it's a trick to help it make a better decision. Let's go into the two. We'll paste this here. It says finish the client proposal. The constraints is 10 minutes, 3 steps max. Each step must be under 5 minutes. This is very, very specific, and you want a specific output from this task. Say I click on the magic wand. As it says here, all these subtasks would be under 5 minutes. Review the client's requirements and objectives to ensure full understanding. Gather all relevant information, data, and materials needed for the proposal. Draft a clear and concise outline of the proposal, highlighting key points and solutions. Yeah, so this is a trick that I've added in there to help me get better responses on Magic ToDo with the constraints and steps. Good. So as you see there, this is how you steer it. Don't hope it reads your mind. Give it specific details. If you don't want 20 steps, tell it I want 7 steps, I want 5 steps, and I want the steps to be under 2 minutes, under 1 minute, under 5 minutes, and it will do what you are telling it to do, rather than getting 20 lists of things that will take you another hour or two to complete. Now on the last one, we look at Magic ToDo in comparison to similar tools like Compiler and the estimator here. These two, estimator and compiler, and then Magic ToDo, they have similarities. If you look into any of the tasks, you see there's an estimate there. It will estimate the time and the framework, the scope of the task. As we have mentioned, you can give it more constraints and steps, telling it exactly how it should estimate the time frame for the task you have given it. But it has an inbuilt estimator that you can utilize right in the tool. Yeah, and then we have estimator itself as a tool, and we have another one. We have a compiler. The compiler compiles your brain dump into a list of tasks. So they have similar, and they work in tandem. You can use each for specific purposes. The estimator just tell me how long this would probably take. That's the minutes, and as it says, it's also on the Magic ToDo item very well. So it's already on this tool here, as I've mentioned. You can use the estimator there. Now, what does the compiler does, and when do I use it? The compiler I use when my brain is in a mess and I need a list. I need a quick list. That is when I use the compiler. Now, Magic ToDo, when I want one item that feels scary, or the next step basically. So when one item feels so scary, it's too big, finish the client proposal, and it's so huge I don't know what to do, then I need the first step. That is where I use Magic ToDo. Yes, and the estimator, when I keep lying to myself how long it may take, I don't know, I start thinking out loud, oh, this will take 30 minutes, before I realize you are within 2 hours. The estimator will let you know how long it will take. So use these two specifically for specific goals or aims you want to achieve. Compiler, when your brain is in a mess and you need a list, that is when you use a compiler. The estimator, when you keep lying to yourself, you don't know how long it will take, use the estimator. Then a Magic ToDo, when a task is so big you don't know the next step or the right first step to take, that is when you go for the Magic ToDo. Yeah, basically that's it. No extra apps. You can use this, and as I've mentioned in the main Goblin Tools video, you only use Goblin Tools when you have your first draft done. Not like I have data here that I want to put into the tool. If you don't have any data, you are starting and your mind is or your brain is empty, I would prefer an AI to like ChatGPT, Claude, or whatever to start a brainstorming process. The Goblin Tools comes in when you have real draft or a data to start from. If you don't have anything, then an AI tool may be the best option for you. That's it. You're overwhelmed, don't get organized. Just get to the first step. That is what Magic To Do does. So the free Google Doc will be in the description. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe immediately. And then it has all the copy paste tasks from this video plus a mood. You can pick one task you have avoided, paste it, do step one. Don't binge, try it once. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, do that quickly, and then you see more of this AI stuff coming in. All right, see you in the next one.